If you don't know, every December I play a psychological horror game, and 2021 was DDLC, 2022 was Zamori, and for 2023 it's Celeste because someone told me it was on sale and I bought it. Now, this game was psychological horror for me, but not in the way you might think.
87?
And I've never played a 2D platformer game in my life other than Finding Empress of Light and Terraria. Also, I don't have a controller, so I use the keyboard, which puts me at a major disadvantage when playing this. I did play a bit of the game before I started live streaming to get used to controls, so here's how it went. In the beginning, you play as Madeline who wants to climb Celeste Mountain to raise her self-esteem in life. You start at chapter 0 and have Granny laugh at you, and then move on. Chapter 1 was pretty chill, just some basic jumps and stuff.
Yo, is that Steve from Minecraft? No way.
Chapter 2 was when the game got more interesting. You meet Madeline's darker half in a dream, telling her to go back down a mountain and get this boss battle with her. You wake up and talk to Momlin, and then the chapter ends. Chapter 3 was such a big jump in difficulty though. You meet Oshiro, the ghost who yaps so much he creates dust bunnies that are some of the most annoying things in the game. Looking back on it, it's probably my least favorite chapter of the original 7 due to how much timing there is. Now, if you play chapter 3 normally, this isn't that long, but for some reason I wanted to get as many berries as possible. However, I didn't want to play for multiple hours at the time and decided it was not worth it. The game even says you should only get it if you want to, and I tortured myself getting them. Especially that one part that took me 3 minutes to get. I mean, I did go back to get more berries, but that's besides the point. You get to the presidential suite, and Madeline appears to out-yap Oshiro, and then you get a boss battle with him.
Okay, never mind.
Yet, you still get closer to the summit. This might be a hot take, but I think Chapter 4 isn't as bad as people say, especially since it's better on replays. But when I played Chapter 4 for the first time, it was my least favorite part of the playthrough.
I'm gonna lose it. I really am.
Pretty much everyone I talk to about Celeste hates Chapter 4. The biggest downsides are the wind resistance making dashes feel like nothing, random snowballs appear out of nowhere, and the block directions. The best part of the chapter though is when Madeline and Steve mess up the gondola, which sends Madeline to having a panic attack, and it's presented pretty well. My only complaint is that the feather visualization does not work well on the keyboard. Chapter 5 has my favorite visuals of all the chapters. I love the colors and the lighting for the temple as well as the design. As for the story, Steve gets lost and eventually stuck in a mirror and you need to find a way to get him out. Yet the temple is connected to Madeline and it seems to manifest her doubts about climbing the mountain. Also, ew, the Eater of Souls from Terraria. Now this game sucks with a keyboard because there's a mechanic where you can launch off a moving platform. Yet in this level, platforms are activated by dashes, so if you want to launch while grabbing, you need to pray your keyboard doesn't launch you towards the spikes. Despite it, I had fun with the level until you had to carry Steve. I have to mention that I didn't know you can keep carrying him, so I kept throwing him in hopes of him surviving. Basically, if he dies, you die. And if you die, you have to restart from a checkpoint. Yay! There were so many times where I almost finished the stage and those stupid corruption monsters kill me when I'm 1 pixel away. This is why Crimson is better, folks. You get the brain confusion and vampire knives. After the chapter, you talk with Steve about life and it's pretty nice. I know you guys are gonna say, oh, it's not Steve, it's Theo. But he has a sister named Alex, so I'm pretty sure he's from Minecraft. Think about it. He's in a pixelated game with a composer for Minecraft. They talk about how Madeline is a manifestation of Madeline's insecurities and that the two would need to talk to each other. Madeline goes to confront Madeline and says she doesn't need her anymore, which she fumbles so hard.
Alright. Bruh. There's no way. No. I don't want to do number 4 again. You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. Bro. No. No. It keeps going. Stop.
Alright, this game sucks. The level in the first half was kinda boring. You make blocks mad and move around. You see Grandma walk away. Later on you see Madeline. Holy crap, this boss battle was so much fun. Probably one of my favorite boss fights in video games, to be honest. We beat her and went to talk with the others, including Madeline. We come to the conclusion that we need each other to climb the top, and we unlock double dashing. With chapter 6 complete, we only have one more chapter left. Shh. You go through chapters 1 through 5 again, but more difficult. At least this rendition of chapter 4 was more bearable. I can't say the same for chapter 3 though. Now all that was left was the summit, and holy crap was it a lot of pain. However, we made it to the top, and it honestly felt satisfying. We got back down a mountain, have pie with everyone using the berries been collected, and that's the end of the game. Yes, I'm aware that there are chapters 8 and 9 as the final two. However, I didn't feel like streaming those because I didn't have the strength to do them right after. But I did chapter 8 later on, and I think it's my least favorite so far. I just didn't like limited dashes, and the fire and ice gimmick got really annoying fast. I did like the ending to it though. However, I am not ready for a challenge that is chapter 9 farewell because 1, I have to get 15 crystal hearts, and I haven't done the B-side for chapter 3. 2, a keyboard is horrendous to use, and Madeline just doesn't listen to where I want to go. And 3, there's a section that requires you to survive for 2 to 3 minutes without dying, and if I went through that, then I might break my keyboard. I had this keyboard for 5 years, and she's gone through so much when I played this game. As for the game, I didn't think I enjoyed it as much as I did. I do like how the death count is a bit symbolic of how much you're willing to try again, sort of similar to how battling the difficulties in life just takes time and effort as long as you're willing to try again. I also like the characters as Yapshiro, and they each have their own enjoyable characteristics. Lastly, it's not RNG, unless you're on a keyboard, so you can always improve. Compared to the other psychological horror games I play each December, I think this one's in the middle. Platforming is fun, Madeline's a nice protagonist, and I found her talk with Theo about depression being brutally honest and how life is just one big mountain to climb. Also, if you're curious, these are my stats at the end.